2022 is set to be a very big royal year, and of course Her Majesty the Queen is planning to be at the very heart of it. But what does she have planned on a personal level? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London. Thank you for joining me today. Hope you're all nice and warm, toasty and all keeping well and recovering, of course, from those brand new year celebrations. We did have some fireworks finally, even though our dour mayor Sadiq Khan suggested we couldn't possibly enjoy anything, and the world was virtually ending 3 weeks ago according to him. Funny, isn't it, when you've got security living in an enclave that you can basically say these things to keep others from enjoying themselves. London was thriving at least, and we're seeing a bit of a pickup now. So if you're planning to come to London, do come over and say hello. It's lovely to welcome all brand new visitors and of course tourists young and old. We have so much to offer here, and it is still a wonderful city despite the best efforts of our current mayor, let me tell you. But back as ever to your royal story of the day, because as we all know, we're all looking forward to the Platinum Jubilee celebrations of our gracious Majesty the Queen. I love the fact in her speech at Christmas, she got to give herself a plug by basically stating that it all kicks off in around 6 weeks' time in the middle of February. We can look forward to coins and all sorts of things, concerts, bands, but more importantly, seeing a lot more of Her Majesty the Queen, COVID naturally permitting. But I think it will take more than that, in fact, to keep Her Majesty away from touring, not just up and down the United Kingdom, including Scotland, Ireland and Wales, but of course into smaller little villages where people don't get the opportunity to come to big royal events. What we can tell you first here on the show, though, is this. As you know, Her Majesty the Queen lost her strength and stay, as she called him, His Royal Highness Prince Philip, last year. And it has really knocked Her Majesty. Whatever people say, she is a strong, devout lady, relies a lot on her religious beliefs, and rightly so, but she has missed the sage advice of course, Prince Philip. So it comes as no surprise in June of this year that Prince Philip will feature very prominently in her own personal and public celebrations. Insiders tell me that we can look forward to a montage of very rarely seen pictures and home video, which of course will form her own personal tribute to His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh, given the fact that he did so much in his service and of course her strength and stay throughout her 70 years on the throne. I personally think this is a beautiful idea because Prince Philip has been by Her Majesty's side for so many years throughout so many crises, good and bad times, and for him to be remembered on her particular spectacular year is a wonderful thing. As ever, let me know what you think in the comments below. What were your personal memories of Prince Philip? Of course, we all remember the gaffes, but I also remember the things where Prince Philip did so much with his award scheme, and of course was one of those people that made seem everything okay when disaster seemed to be going around the world. I mean, a lot of people forget that he was there throughout so many big events. One of the things I'm told, though, that he was rather sad to miss, and this is apparently going to be a personal memory, was meeting a US major star, none other than the wonderful Mae West. Apparently when she came to London, he was rather keen to go and see her show, but was advised against it because the title was Diamond Lil, and in those times it was seen as a rather too racy production for a member of the British monarchy to be seen. So he missed out on meeting another legend of showbiz nonetheless. But of course it's nice to know these little tidbits and insights, because it just proves that royals underneath are simply all like us. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.